Hi, my name is James Clem. How's your day going? There's rumors going around that I'm leaving the CEREC system, and I'm not, but I am expanding my teaching portfolio. I will be working as a consultant with Ivoclar in their digital system. They have the VivaScan, which is an excellent scanner, and I'll be working with ExcelCAD in 3Shape and their PM milling units. And I'm really looking forward to that. That's going to open up my field and what I do. I love CEREC. It's been a cornerstone of my last 17 years. It's been huge for me in my clinical fulfillment, and I've really appreciated the journey. And I still think it's a great system. It doesn't do everything I want it to do. Number one is I want softwares that allow me to integrate more diagnostics. I want softwares that are open, right? Because there's so many plugins and softwares that we can use that will work with ExcelCAD and 3Shape. And I think the Dentsply Sirona system has kept a closed system. It's kind of been their philosophy for years, and they have the right to do that. I'm at a point in my career where I don't want to be held back. I can reflect back in my life where I made a mistake of loyalty. And what I mean by that is I had these two technicians that did my gold work out of dental school, and they were good. I mean, they were the best, and they started me off on that porcelain margin. Remember the porcelain margin with the PFM? I was so loyal to them because they were really good. And I heard about these new ceramics coming in like Impress, but I didn't dive into other options because they didn't have the availability to provide that option for me. And it held me back in my aesthetic journey. And then when I did unleash that, and I had to go out to other labs, and that's when I used Microdent, and it was like a game changer for me. And I've been very loyal to the Dentsply Sirona system, and now we have the Prime Scan and the Prime Mill, and I think they're really good. But I do feel that their system, even within lab, is constraining me at this point in time to where I really want to go. I feel like we're at a point now where everything should be digital. I feel like digital is more predictable. It's a cleaner workflow, and we're at a point in time where I really feel like it's time for more than one digital system. I'm shooting here on the Canon EOS R6, which is my really favorite run and gun. I do have the Canon C70, which is more cinematic, and then I have several other brands. I use the GoPro, I use my iPhone. They all have their advantages, and they all supplement one another in what I do with my video work. Well, the same thing is with softwares, and I think now's the time to branch out. And fortunately, I'm going to be partnering with Ivoclar in that arena, and I'm really excited about it. But I will continue teaching Prime Scan and the current latest softwares. I think it's pivotal in our clinical theater. It's the best turnaround system for what I call bread and butter dentistry, and it works well anteriorly. The biggest problem I see anteriorly is the Prime Mill left burr is 1.4. It's a little large, and that creates some problems when we go conservative. So we really need to have a smaller burr on the left, even for fine mill. And right now, I would say my MC-XL, which has the 12 burr, not the 12S, which is larger. That's about 1.35 millimeters. But the 12 burr on the left is a better mill, fine mill, than the Prime Mill, mainly because of the size of that burr. That concept goes clear back to the compact unit. I know that they had a really small burr. It was under a millimeter on the left. You wouldn't get a lot of mills with it, but the mills were superior and the margins were better. And I think we need that, and I think that Dentsply Sirona has really fallen back because they're all about speed. Speed is great, particularly when you're working with zirconia. I think the Prime Mill's the zirconia master. It's phenomenal. But when you get into ceramics, speed is important, and the Prime Mill extra fine mill is important. But the problem is over mill. And then if you use veneer mode, sometimes it's not going to fit if you're having to create elbows and cover that sizzle edge. So that's not the answer, never has been. And I think it's time that they need to have a more open mind about that if they want to stay at the front of the pack. But they're still good, and I will be teaching that. But I also will be opening other options within our clinical workflow. One thing that's really important to me as an educator is that when I work with a company, I want to make sure they're ethical and moral on how they deliver products and work through hiccups. Anybody's going to have hiccups. We have those in our clinical theater. One thing I've noticed through the years with AviClear is that, and I've seen it behind the scenes in AviClear, is that they're very conscientious about when they put a product out, they want to have a good workflow down. They want to make sure it's tried and we can expect what they say it's going to do. And I've always appreciated them for that. I feel like they're probably one of the strongest companies I've ever seen that does that. And that's another reason why I was open to developing an affiliation with them. And I'm looking forward to that because I respect their people and I respect the way they do things inside the company. It's part of a family thing, and you want to respect your family, right? Well, I respect AviClear a lot. I still will stay neutral on my YouTube channel and what I teach online. And one reason why I really appreciate AviClear so much, I'm getting long-winded here, but you might as well hear the whole story, is that in my conversations with them, when I'm teaching their products, obviously I will stay within their product base. But they felt that authenticity was more important, right? And in my conversations with the people I know there, they found that my authenticity, particularly with the fact that I will basically train what I use. I just happen to use a lot of AviClear products, and I have for years. But I do use other products. So when I do use those products, they will be on my Clem Institute site and they'll be on my YouTube channel. And that's one reason why I like working with AviClear, because they respect my opinions and they also respect my input, and it does make a difference on their system. Good. I had to share my heart. I'm up here at my homestead, which I live up in northern Idaho. I do commute to my practice in Santa Rosa, but I'm going more into a teaching aspect for the next decade. I'll be doing more teaching. Most of my clinical dentistry will be wrapped around education, testing new products, and also making great videos where I can spend more of my time doing it. And I'll be doing that up here at my homestead with my dogs who are playing. Anyway, thanks for this time and listening, and always love your comments. Take care.